So today, no need to introduce. Yes, good morning in United States and a good evening to Asia. And this is a Dhamma talk session hosted by Dhamma USA. And today's topic is finding acceptance from the inner strength of compassion. And today's Dhamma session is 87. So first of all, before we begin Dhamma talk, I would like to pay a respect to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Homage to him, the Blessed One, the Holy One, and the fully enlightened one. Homage to him, the Blessed One, the fully one, and the enlightened one. Homage to him, the Blessed One, Holy One, and the enlightened one. Today I choose the topic finding acceptance from the inner strength of compassion. In our life, we have seen so many things, and we have met so many people, and we have faced so many difficulties. So we deny to accept. If we deny to accept difficulties, and we feel painful, and we feel suffer, and we worry about that. That is why I choose the acceptance to accept the real things or reality as it is. When we accept something, at the time we use our realistic thinking. If we use our realistic thinking, we can accept it. We are seeing and telling the truth to ourselves and to others. At the time, we can feel that we are more humble, we are more openness about reality as we know good or bad at the time. If we don't accept good or bad at the time, we deny to accept as it is. So we have to see the whole picture of our life. In our life, we have succeeded and we have lost, and we feel more convenient, and we feel more inconvenient. So these are just like we uh, we feel in our memories, our recognitions. They are not longer exist. Feeling gratitude, feeling uh, criticism to others is just like feeling our emotion in momentary, not all, not longer exist, not constant. So to accept this, we need uh, our patience, patiently accept. Patient to accept is to see realities. Acceptance, it doesn't mean we prefer to agree that, but we understand what it is. No matter uh, we agree or not, agreeing is something we just follow. So we don't say as agreeing, but we see how it is by our realistic thinking. Simply, we can accept reality as it is. Because we can avoid our uh, difficulties or painful. So once in the Buddhist teaching, we can understand as it is. That is, pain is inevitable, suffering is not. And as long as the body exists, suffering exists. But when the body has pain, we train our mind to absorb the pain, and we can overcome pain. Even enlightened person has a body, and therefore that pain, that person has pain. So it is true. Pain in the body, not in the mind for enlightened one. Even enlightened person has a physical pain, but not mental pain. Still have suffering as a body. We can overcome and we can tolerate and we can patient. So we have to understand this reality because of we cannot avoid. We don't suffer when we have pain if we are enlightened, or if we fully enlightened, or if we fully understood realities, or we can accept as the way of practicing meditation if we know the technique. In the full foundation of mindfulness. We have contemplation of mind, contemplation of feeling. So in there, contemplation of mind, we have greedy mind. At the time, we just contemplate as a greedy mind, not I add. If we add I, so we suffer more, we greed more. And that's we have to uh, contemplate as it is. So we know that the reality. If we know reality, we can accept. Sorry. But for sometimes, acceptance can sometimes be so hard uh, for the people because they think that the acceptance means just accepting or whatever misery or defeat. But we can accept that things are difficult while still doing the best we can and being the realistic about what is actually the case. Another reason acceptance can be very hard for people because they believe that if they accept something, they will feel a lot of grief or sorrow. To deal with these negative effects, we can grow strength in our insight, and that enable us to tolerate the feelings that come when we accept things without being overwhelmed by things. We can get the benefits of acceptance of while allowing some disappointment, disagreement, or grief or sorrow. If we can accept by using our realistic thinking, that means the other in other term in Pali, that is yoniso manasikara, that is wise reflection or wise attention or realistic contemplation or realistic thinking. So in our life, for example, we have physical pain. We train the mind to observe the pain and tolerate that pain, but we don't suffer at the time. For ordinary people, we are not enlightened. For example, we have not developed our mind at the time. Our physical pain, our mental pain, and we are not accepting that. We want to move, we want to we don't use our patience to resistance, to have resistance or to constant for until our discipline. Suppose we have 1 hour session of meditation. So if we practice meditation, then after a few minutes, the leg feel painful. At the time, we don't have patience. So we want to move. We want to move. So that means we don't follow the discipline, self-discipline. So that means we can accept what reality is in our body or in the leg. That this is the nature of body when we use it for sometimes with no exercise. Then we don't know how it is. So gradually we can practice more days, more hours. So at the beginning, it is very hard to accept, but constantly, if we practice, then we know how it is. So this is the thing as it is. So our acceptance will arise. So when acceptance arises, we feel more comfortable, more convenient, and more ease for our real life, in daily life or any activities. And right now we are so busy. Everybody has their own work for their life, for their children, for their students, or any other materials. So they work very hard and they work more hours ever before. So they have no time for relax. And sometimes I heard when people come to visit, they have no time to contemplate. They work for the service for the others. So they work at the company, at the shopping mall, or at the factory. They've worked for the others. They work for salary and the service as a good worker, a good officer, a good staff. But they don't have time to focus on themselves. So I say, you can work normally 8 hours a day. And this is for common people who work. So I say 1 hour, 1 minute. You can contemplate on yourself, no matter sitting or standing or walking. So on the chair, you can take one minute, 1 minute in 1 hour. So you walk at the office or anywhere as 8 hours. So 8 hours can get 8 minutes to contemplate yourself, to see how it is. So breathing in deeply and out out slowly. So 1 minute can be breathing in and out 60 times. So at that time you can feel that how the life it is. And other times, 59 minutes service for others, but 1 minute invest for yourself. That is intellectual investment or spiritual investment or mental investment. Others 59 minutes investment is for the others, for material things, but a 1 minute investment for the spiritual investment for yourself. And yeah, if we use that way, so we don't have to excuse ourselves, and we have more busy time. We don't have to say if we can take investment for or 1 minute in each hour. I mean, a working hour, not sleep time. But if we cannot use that, so we go to bed a little bit early for sometimes we go to bed early, then wake up early. So in a wake up 1 in the morning before going to start to work. We can take a rest for ourselves and invest for ourselves for some minutes before we are going to work, office, or any other works. So contemplate to ourselves. Then we can see realities. So that means we will have compassion to ourselves. Otherwise, we don't know how to have compassion to ourselves. So having investment for mentality is having compassion to ourselves. Without having compassion to ourselves, we don't have, we cannot have compassion to the others. So first, we have to accept the reality, and then this is our understanding of compassion, because we suffer. As we suffer a lot, we cannot share happiness or any comfort or ease experience to others. So firstly, we have to have our compassion. To have compassion, we need patience, and patience, courage, and understanding. And to have ourselves, when we have compassion to ourselves, at the time we feel safe ourselves. So being compassionate people shows to save the people around. It is real and deep understanding. So the technique is, so when we go around, if we have compassion, people feel very safe because not fearful, not worried, and not like enemy, not make problem, not make disturbance, because we know ourselves as a compassionate being. So our uh, mental or physical activities generate to the people is safety enough. and and why we have a more uh, greedy enough, because we don't actually try to understand the reality. So we want to hold to ourselves an egocentric. Then we want for ourselves. We don't want to share to the others. And therefore, the Buddha once said, when we have craving, we have fear. When we have suffering and sorrow, we have desire. Desire is the cause of suffering. And therefore, as long as we have desire, we have suffer. When we get rid of desire, we don't have suffering. But still pain can exist for as long as the body exists. And therefore, pain is inevitable. Suffering we can eliminate by getting rid of desire. So as long as we have desire, the suffering exists. If we overcome suffering, or if we eliminate our desire, we are not suffer. So by getting rid of desire, we can eliminate our pain. That is why even the enlightened person who have enlightened all greed, all desire, and therefore they don't have suffering, but they still have pain. So pain in our body, not mental. Mentally, and not have pain for enlightened person. For ordinary people, we still have a mental pain and a physical pain. Because we still have our ego. Remember these kind of realities. Then we have less worry, less suffer, and try to have more awareness. If we practice mindfulness meditation or the counting or whatever we do, we have to invest our spiritual investment or mental investment. At the time we can experience how the nature of life it is. we watch movie, or we watch boxing, and we watch football match. At the time, we don't feel much suffer our body. We don't feel much painful our body because our intention is in other people. So when playing football, it takes time in a one and a half time, 45 minutes. But if we watch that football match, we don't feel uh, much painful. But when we practice our self-investigation at the time, we feel more painful for ourselves. So this is our uh, the nature of mind like that. That means we we are not eager to invest for ourselves, but we eager to see others. So that is like illusion or delusion. So we don't know how it is. That's why illusion uh, take place in our eyes. So for the Western or for the West activity or wholesome activity, they are blocked by illusion or delusion. They have blocked. So, so long as we approach to the wise person and who can engage well, who can teach well, we can take it into our practice. So we have to learn and approach to the person who is wise. So for the wise to approach is not just in a short time, but we have to take time. It takes time to learn how he speaks, how that kind of people talk about. So we have to learn ourselves, and we have to associate with good friends. Good friends can suggest for a better life, a good life, or better living, a good living, and well and discipline and good guidance. We have to approach for good brain. So and we have to associate the one who can give good advice. So to get such kind of friends, it takes time for years. For just 1 or 2, 3 days, it is not enough to understand how good a wise or uh, not wise. So we have to have time investment, and we have to use our mind to receive good and goodness, and we have open-minded. That means our traditionally knowing for sometimes we know something, we don't have to remove that. So just like uh, trash, or just like uh, in the trash, we have in our brain also disturbance mind. They are excited in our mind, uh, and destructive emotion. So they blocked for constructive emotions, or uh, for the clear things. So we don't have no space, and then we cannot uh, give the space for uh, good, good thinking, realistic thinking, and noble thinking to replace. That's why if we know something that is not right uh, at the time, we have to let it go, and we have to have courage to remove that. Then we can receive our goodness. So for this, uh, I want to say, firstly, to have compassion to ourselves, to accept things. So we have uh, linking this acceptance and compassion. So here I give the name of topic, acceptance and inner strength, and there are two parts. So the power of compassion, one part, and the other thing is finding acceptance. So finding good in goodness, finding uh, things in good in difficulties, finding ease in hard. That means we have to use realistic thinking. Now we can see the things as it is. So we have more uh, comfort or an easy way of life. Not just accepting, or not just agreeing, but by letting go and letting be and letting in. And it is how this to contemplate. So we have three characteristics: so impermanence, suffering, and non-self. So things we face, sometimes these are changing, so impermanence, and things are uh, like the beautiful things today, and tomorrow not like beautiful things. So today we like this very much, but tomorrow the other thing appear at the time. We don't like this. So if we want to understand this, we should learn the Four Noble Truths. to have the understanding on the Four Noble Truths, we have so many ways. So some where the as I said just now, 3 characteristics. So this is the way in Anatta Lakkhana Sutta. So this body is not mine. This feeling is not mine. There's so we can learn it in that sutta. So we have more the materials, more sources to practice. So for the the Four Noble Truths, we can learn, especially from the Dhammacakkappavattana. So over there we have many things about suffering, about the cause of suffering, and the end of suffering, or the cessation of suffering, or the way to end of suffering. So all are real things as it is, realistic things. So there are no things except from Four Noble Truths. That's that is a reality. So to understand this, we have firstly we have to have compassion to ourselves. If we don't have compassion to ourselves, we live as a comfort way, as in comfort zone. So we have to put our energy to practice more, to learn more, and to contribute as we have learned, we can contribute. And so before we end up our talk, at this time, I want to reflect about the sharing metta meditation. That kind of meditation can be practiced in our daily life. So here I have daily recitation. So we all know about Karaniya Metta Sutta for all Buddhists. But in our life, how many times a day we practice is not sure. So we can use as verbally when we're driving, when we're walking, or walking outside, sitting and standing and lying. So as in Dayton General Nisin Noah Sayano, this standard said, no, whenever standing, sitting, and walking and lying. So we can use this practice. So we can use this mentally. May I be well, may I be happy, and may I be peaceful. In the same way, we can share, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be happy, and may you be peaceful. So no matter how work or how busy we are, we can practice this. So if we don't want to pay, we don't want to invest for such uh, investment of our world. The other things are and very hard to follow or to practice. And we can say another word, may no harm come to me. So may no harm come to me. And may no harm come to you. May no harm come to you. May no harm come to you. So it is the way, this is like our power, the power of compassion, or we use a weapon to protect our enemy. The weapon is our metta. So may no harm come to me. At the time, may no harm come to you. So how peaceful the moment it is. We can use it when we are traveling on the bus, on the car, on the flights, or even at the airport or at the bus station, on the train, at the restaurant. We can use the word when we are sitting, and even our uh, breakfast time or lunch time, whenever tea time or coffee time. Just a few seconds or minutes before we have tea, we have coffee, or we have breakfast, or we have lunch, or whatever. So use such kind of word in a few seconds or minutes. Then we enjoy our life fully. If we don't forget that our life is so convenient, so peaceful at that moment. Otherwise, we think about the past and the future. We are not living at the present moment. We worry about our uh, future. We regret our past, and for work in the future, and whatever we have done in the past. So we think about future and past. So we don't live as present moment. So try to live at the present moment for a few minutes or seconds at the time we are fully present. So the happiness or peaceful moment is only our present moment. and the next, may no problems come to me. So whenever we go out, we can use that word or that phrase, that sentence. May no problem comes to me. May no problems come to me. So how peaceful it is. So 3 words or 3 sentences. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. In the same way, may you be happy. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. And may no harm come to me. May no harm come to me. May no harm come to me. And may no harm come to you. May no harm come to you. May no harm come to you. And may no problems come to me. 3 times. May no harm come to me. May no harm come to me. May no harm, may no problems come to me. May no problems come to me. And may no problems come to me. In the same way, may no problems come to you. May no harms come to you. May no harms come to you. So if we use this in daytime when we go out, so we feel safe for ourselves. So feeling safe ourselves, and that share to the others. We feel safe. That if we feel safe, others people also may safe. So it is really helpful. So to add my talk this morning is finding acceptance from the inner strength of compassion. So first to accept reality, and we have compassion to ourselves. So acceptance and compassion, we can understand realities, and we use the techniques of meditation and loving kindness meditation, and we use the other full foundation of mindfulness or Four Noble Truth and 3 characteristics. So all are the realistic things if we contemplate and if we use our mental investments. So, and the most importantly, we use a metta meditation. So no matter how short or no matter how short time we get, we use the word mentally and deeply and honestly, so we feel safe. So I want to end up here. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be peaceful. In the same way, may all living beings be well, be happy, and be peaceful. May peace and happiness always be with you. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay. Can you explain a little more how to send kindness to unfriendly ones? So, in the we have a relative for ourselves first, and our parents, our teacher, our relatives, our friends, and indifferent people, and finally, unfriendly people. And friend, so may all unfriendly person be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. So, but it is hard at the time. But that's why start from ourselves. So if we start from ourselves and our parents a teacher, so close to start from self and the closest one, and relatives one, and teacher and friends and others. So yeah, try to use the word, but we should have lovingness to ourselves first. So even practicing meditation, we use that technique, and that is successful. Thank you, Bandy. Mm. Yes. How compassion helps to face difficulties of life. Okay. Thank you very much for your question, Lena Bat. Mm. Yes, for compassion, because we still have, so in the Buddhist teaching, uh, we all have fearful enough for that means sape bayandi mejuno or sape dadandi dandasa. So we all have fear for difficulties or and so we still have, so that means that we have to compare to ourselves. So we have difficulties in the same way others have some difficulties. So try to have our difficulties to face first, to have the compassion to ourselves. That means to have to resist or to have patience for ourselves, and then safety enough, and we can face difficulties in our life. So not ourselves, but everybody has the same difficulties, but we don't see when it is. We don't see how it is, but we still have. But who can uh, uh, have resilience, or who can have patience, we overcome difficulties. Only the patience and resilience can face our difficulties. Thank you. Thank you. Sapidiyo vivajantu sokoroko vinasatu Made Bhawan Twandaraya Sukidika Yuko Bhawa Bhivadana Silecha Nachavoda Bachayino Chattaro Dhamma Vadanti Ayuvana Sukham Balam Bhavadu Sabha Mangalam Rakhantu Sabha Devata Sabha Buddha Nubhavena Sada Sukhi Bhavantu Te Bhavadu Sabha Mangalam Rakhantu Sabha Devata Sabha Dhamma Nubhavena Sada Sukhi Bhavantu Te Bhavadu Sabha Mangalam Rakhantu Sabha Devata Sabha Sangha Nubhavena Sada Sukhi Bhavantu Te Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.